Blessed ones of the nations of the world, this is your brother Dan Moses, or say Yao Sakodi of TRC, Ghana, welcoming you from the land of America, where I am being murdered in secrecy in the 21st century, so barbarously, against the US Constitution and international law. From that land, I want to welcome you to the program Testimony New World Disorder by saying to you, you are welcome. Akwaba, Allen, Sahale, Shagetam, welcome. Nganjoni, Benvindo, you are welcome. One more time. Kuso, Diwo, to San Yusenyo, Okukulaba, Mauya, Mingalaba, Boye, Malamu, Karibu, Ekabo, no, o Sanu Dezua, Enkwangehena, Mitash, Duburo, Pezalovat, Bine I Vinit, Barigalus, Divita Iche, Ayubon, Dobridoya, Velcomen, Estan, Ozot, Walang, Anuman, Bienvenido, Namaste, Swagatam, Kush, Amadid, Baruch, Haba, Marhaba, Wanyong Haminida, Wangin, Nyejeko, Anyamime, Nyejeko, We Zolo, Novio, Wemia, Wezo, Akwaba, to the program Testimony New World Disorder. All we are saying is we are welcoming you in various languages, since humanity is all at stake in this very willful crimes against Ghana and humanity. So you are welcome, members of the human race, to the program Testimony New World Disorder. And we know Testimony New World Disorder is the program through which we get to know what is happening to Ghana, America, humanity, and the nations of the world in these times of global deception, delusion, and lies that are willfully made up by some of the very people that we trust to be there for humanity and the nations of the world. And for some reason, I've chosen to be dealing with humanity so treacherously, deceptively, by deception, delusion, and willful lies, having brought our world into this helpless state. Blessed ones of the nations of the world, Akwaba, to this program, Testimony New World Disorder. By this same program, even as we get to know what is happening to us as members of the human race, we as well, by the grace of God, get to receive some divine guide, divine direction, and divine insight that we may know what to do in the face of this global helplessness and global wickedness. Akwaba, to the program Testimony New World Disorder. It's been a while. Today is the 13th of August 2020. It's been a while. We've not had expose for a while. You know, there is a reason to that. I made a brief announcement letting you know that something is going on. Diabolical works are going on. I made a small announcement. We want to say that we thank God that due to the evil and the wickedness that was unleashed on me within the moments of our silence, God has made a way for us that as from this day, we shall what the President of America, Donald Trump, and his administration have done within this short period of time of my silence, supported by the government of Akufo. What they have done, God has opened a way for us to start receiving, knowing what is exactly that fellow human beings are doing to the nations of the world, are doing to us, that they are keeping us in the dark, that they are not telling us the truth as to what is happening to your nation, what is happening to my nation, what is happening to us. I have held on for so long, but what they have done, Bible says all things work together for good. They have um, given us the opportunity to start letting the world know what is happening to us, that we begin to make a choice as to whether we shall stand for God or we shall give ourselves open to the impending doom and destruction that they have purpose and are bringing to the human race. Akwaba to the program, Testimony New World. So let's get a gist of idea as to why our silence, what the President of America and his administration, supported by the government of Nana Addo Akufo, America, Ghana. Before I came to Ghana for the 2-year mission beginning 2017 to 2019, I had been telling America that their 2020 elections, they should never let it, they must demand their franchise and they should never allow it to be made for the election to be about the marriage of the US undercover agent, a remarriage of the US undercover agent to me. I have said it over and over again. When they started killing my people, one after the other in Ghana, and I have to flee back to return to America to press for justice, because the case has been before the U.S. Justice Department, has been for International Criminal Court. I returned to America, in spite they taking the life of my uncle within 5 weeks of me arriving in America. I never gave up. I still was voicing out to the American people at the White House. I did what I could to let them know within the first 3 weeks that I arrived in America. I was telling them that they should never allow their election to be about a remarriage. They should never accept that. They should demand their franchise. I was hinting them as to what has been happening to their democracy, the democracy of Ghana, which the electorate of Ghana and America have no idea. Humanity and the nations of the world, let the American people and Ghana, let's get it clear. For Donald Trump to have his automatic second-term presidency, for Nana Addo Akufo to have his automatic second-term presidency, the elections of Ghana and the elections of America, this is a top secret being kept from the American people and from the Ghanaian people. Their intelligence forces, they are fully aware that the electoral college of America, they are very helpless in this very situation. And when the police comes together with the intelligence forces, they have what it takes within a split of a second. If they want to rip off the electorate of this nation or any nation, they have what it takes to do it. And this is beyond the power of the electoral college of the US, and this is beyond the power of the Electoral Commission of Ghana. So all the nonsense about new voters register, they are all part of the game to play on our minds, to let Ghana think that you know, it is all about the new voters register that would give us who we the Ghanaian people want to be the president. It is total nonsense. But I want to tell you, do not make sure you vote and vote. Make sure you register and vote. That one I will not hide it from you. I will not tell you not to do. Vote, register and vote. That one you must do that. But there are some forces too that are in play that it takes only God and it takes us to be vigilant and demand what uh, are right under the law. So either Donald Trump and Nana Addo Akufo-Addo of Ghana, they must get me remarried to this US undercover agent. Or if I will not get remarried to her, the individual that has sought to kill me, gotten me kidnapped, attempted to get me lynched, as heinous crimes upon crimes, the killing of my people. If I would not get remarried to her, then the other card that they must play is whoever woman that I would want to get remarried to, whether a Ghanaian woman, whichever Ghanaian woman that I would like to get married to, it must be a secret agreement between these governmental forces and that whichever lady that he is marrying me on condition that that woman knows that from these two governmental forces that I am a mental health patient, but however that lady has sacrificed to get married to me. If that lady would agree to get married to me on that grounds, then my two tortured and abducted children become a bona fide property of the US undercover agent. America and the nations of the world, we will not talk much about this. I've told us from this time forward, we shall be hearing what is happening, what really is happening, whether global financial and economic crisis, corona pandemic, what is it that human beings are doing to the world? We shall begin to know. But with the election agenda, I've given us a gist of idea. Let us know why our silence and why I should begin exposing what is happening to humanity and the nations of the world because of what they have done. Now, in furthering that agenda, I have always declared my stand to the United Nations International Criminal Court that this killer of my people, my murderer, this US and I will never get remarried to her. The time for US national elections is drawing very close. The time for it is in November. That of Ghana is in December. So the Trump administration, the Nana Addo Akufo-Addo administration, they are in intense pressure from their kingmakers in America to find every means to push this agenda. Whether they will compel me to remarry this undercover agent. And in that case, they have been able to solve the issue. The family has come together. They have gotten me to marry my killer. Okay. Or they would get me, pave the way. Now you can marry a Ghanaian woman. But it is an agreement between these two forces that the person already knows that she's marrying me on condition that I'm a mental health patient. Say, Ghana, in order for this agenda to be enforced, being that starting from the 24th of August, July, 24th of July, 25th of July, I had exposed the operators of this terror cell Millicent Bongo and the operators of this terror cell. And I have officially sent legal document to International Criminal Court and the United Nations, and copies of those documents were to reach Millicent Bongo of this household and the police, Montgomery County Police, the FBI. They have been doing everything with the post office to prevent the document from reaching her, but their agenda to prevent the document from reaching her did not stand. She was served eventually. That compelled the Trump administration and the Addo administration to use every criminal means within the shortest possible period of time to pave way for a so-called remarriage to this undercover agent, or enforce the mental health agenda and pave way to marry for me to marry any Ghanaian, and then the undercover agent takes ownership of my children. So what the Trump administration and the Montgomery County Police, the FBI, have been doing in secret unknown to the US electorate, they have become the law, and the constitution of the US doesn't matter to them. They have sent their I call them terror network members of Nana Addo Akufo that have been recruited in the they have sent them in the neighborhood. This individual that you see here, trying to show us from we don't have the technology. There's a picture I'm trying to show us, but the blur of day. We see an individual opening a door. He is one of the dangerous terror network members. That is in the next door neighbor, a crime partner of the Millicent Bongo, the operator of this terror cell. He has access to the surveillance images, and they share information out. They plan as to whichever attacks that they must unleash on me, whichever crimes, whichever false evidence that they make against me. This is one main brain. For days of even before I went into silence, what they have been strategizing to do with him, with the terror network members of the household, was to find means to physically attack me at the home, so that will pave way for them to send in the police. If they had to use weapons on me and compel me to use the medical field to destroy my life, to pave way for the agenda to work, if I will not, my stand is I will never get remarried to the US undercover agent, then they should find their alternative means of getting the agenda accomplished. So this guy is made like he wants to that I am his prisoner. He doesn't live in the neighborhood, but anytime they want to execute any crime against me with the members of the household, the crime network members, Millicent Bongo, the son, and other crime network members that have been recruited in the neighborhood, this guy is sent from outside to come lie wait in the next door, and as their time is running out, they had to go to the extent that I come out of the home. They let him follow me to town. They must do everything possible to create situation of violence, which will bring the police in to unleash their violence against me, use the medical failed to destroy my life. This they have done, they have been scheming, planning, doing everything they can. On the 11th of August, that was which day they decided to finally execute the agenda to use the medical field to. You are seeing the headlights of car that is thrown. On that 11th of August, they have let their crime network members lay siege in the neighborhood, made the son of Millicent Bongo. In 2013, when I was living a tenant in this home where they had to persecute me, they have made money at the expense of the blood of kids. They are aiding to the US undercover agent. He has recruited them to her crime network, and she is aiding to get. They are aiding to get the killing of innocent Kenyans in 2007 elections covered up. Which thing I have exposed to the United Nations international authorities. So they must. They are also Kenyans, and they have taken a restaurant, hotel. As far back as 2013, the man has made his fortune, has relocated quickly to go live in Kenya. So, what they had to do, like I was saying, this is a small boy, but he has been put in this a situation of total terrorist. He must unleash every terror that he can on me at the home, just to find means to create domestic violence, and then they will bring the police. On the 11th of August was while they have sent their co-terror network members lay siege around the building and the neighborhood with this guy who is a major terror network member of theirs. He has been brought to come lie wait for me in the next home. They were coordinating and directing the son of Millicent Bongo to start the attack on me so they can bring in the police. Eventually, as they succeeded in getting me attacked at the home and unfolded their plan to get the police, while they are attacking me, call the police to come. Fully armed and bomb-wearing police, 3 of them with their 3 cars. I didn't know that was how much a danger I was in. I had to, at a point, I did everything that I could to avoid the guy. Even in my bedroom, he had to come, open the door. It was very terrible. But like I've told the United Nations, let me not even go there. So eventually they brought in the police. 3 of them, fully armed. Like they are going for war in Iraq or any of the nations that they have wrecked. They came and God confounded them totally. They saw a beautiful, spirited human. God proved to them that the African people, we are humans, just like every human. God engaged them in brainy and intelligent discussion, thinking of even their welfare as police officers, as to whether they are getting paid well. God, you are on the taxpayer dollars, and you are being made to aid crime against your own state to help rig your national elections. Are you still being paid well? I want to do you get the opportunity to do overtime. So are you making enough? And if you are making enough, and you are still aiding crime against it, then where is the sense? So I'm just giving the idea, but what transpired, a very intelligent discussion. Uh, they got to know that this is not a guy that must be destroyed, whose life must be destroyed. But however, because there were political huge forces behind, guess what they decided to do? They must pretend. I mean, as for they were here for so long, directing the killer, the dangerous guy, as to they took him privately. They colluding with him to find means to write statement for them so that they can base on that statement to get the medical field to get me destroyed in the interest of Trump and Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo. So eventually, they saw that what they have gotten to know from our conversation that uh, because of there's so much persecution against me, the persecution against me by the people of the home. I'm now bleeding. I'm bleeding, and it is very dangerous for me to even access medical help for my bleeding situation, which is no secret to international authorities. And this is the terrible situation in which I am, and yet the persecution continue against me, and they have been called in to come. After networking with their colleagues who they have with whom they have purposed the agenda to use the medical field to further agenda of politicians, they decided to willfully lie to me that they would they are it is a mandatory that they must go take me to the hospital and go take care of my bleeding situation. It is a must. They will not give me any choice, although there is a danger that the medical field of America has been used to make up medical records against me, and it's so dangerous for me to access medical help without the knowledge of the United States, without the knowledge of the international authorities that I'm going to access medical help from this particular medical doctor. Otherwise, just by a phone call, they could just let me be injected and they will destroy my life. But they have to say, we are policemen, so they would demand it that they would take me to the hospital, make sure that they stand to make sure that I get I'm treated for my bleeding. Guess what? If not for the fact that they are killers, if they are not killers, the individual that is in such a helpless bleeding situation, who is being terrorized in this secret terror cell, they have to claim that by their ethics or whatever it is, they must anchor the physically internally bleeding individual. They must anchor me before they take me to the medical doctor to go to go treat my bleeding. America, are you hearing that? Okay, I said, uh, if you are saying you give me no choice, it is mandatory that you take me to. They are fully armed. I would not resist for them to have the opportunity to use their weapon on me. So, okay, if you want to go treat my bleeding wounds, and it is mandatory. It is night time. I cannot call the United. There's nobody I can call. You have taken charge of my phone. They have taken me to the living room. My phone is here. They will not give me access to even come to my. They have taken total control of the home. Okay. Well, I have to be calm. They take me into their car. Let me tell us this whole setup and the plot were with huge forces behind. They later sent a woman who is part of their plot, a so-called therapist, to the home and then eventually they have said they were taking me to go get treatment for my bleeding situation. I got into the car and I think one of the police men suspected that what they were doing was very dangerous, so he even left, and the two of them remained while they were executing the plot. They handcuffed me, a helpless individual, took me into their car, announced to me that they are not going to get me treatment for my injury, my bleeding situation, but they are going to get mental health evaluation on me. I told them, why this is a whole setup. Why are you doing this? It is unlawful. They claim, well, we shall. They will do it. They drove me to the hospital, which they were hoping so much that the medical doctor would violate the ethics of his profession and aid them to use the medical field, make up medical records against me as a mental health patient. And then Trump has succeeded. And now the Akufo has said their second term mandate must be automatic. The rest must be the work of the FBI, the Montgomery County Police, and intelligence state, knowing how they will play the electorate, how they will scam the electoral college, scam the electoral commission of Ghana, and get their wish done. But we went to the medical, they took me to the hospital. What the medical officer, the physician, the individual trained to evaluate me, a professional, what he did after talking to me, he got to know that these individuals that are operating this terror cell with the police, if I have filed a case against them for the murdering of my uncle in secrecy, and they have colluded with the police to come do this to me, he will do his work professionally. And he did his work professionally. And this, within the matter of under 1 hour, after they have taken my blood work, taking my urine, he did it professionally. The agenda of the police thought they could get the physician to admit me as a mental health patient at the hospital, get me held, and then they get in the record. The America, the physician refused to yield to the evil and had to tell me, you are discharged. Go. There is no reason that false charge that they want to put on you. There is nothing like that. You are no mental health patient, so you are discharged. Go. The nurses prepared the document, set me free. It was around. I got home around 3 a.m. 3 a.m. thereabout. Ghana and the nations of the world. I want to tell Donald Trump. I want to tell the destroyers of the democracy of America, destroyers of the democracy of Ghana, that by the evil that they have done, God has proven to them that the African people are humans. And God totally confounded, defeated their evil. I was acquitted and discharged by the hospital by the evaluation physician. And I was discharged to the shame of the police officers, the political stakes. And as I speak, the God of the Bible has proven to them that He is not dead. And He created the African people, the Ghanaian people, the members of the human race, humanity, and the nations of the world. Their evil did not stand. God has prevailed over them. Nobody made Donald Trump, Nana Addo Akufo, the officiator of marriages of the Ghanaian people or the American people. Nobody gave them the mandate to decide which American, which Ghanaian has the right to marry and has the right not to marry. That is not what they are sitting on the throne to do. As from this time forward, we shall begin to know exactly what Donald Trump, what Nana Addo Akufo, what forces in America, what fellow human beings are doing to us. And have brought us to this state. Let's go to receive what to do. What to do. They sought to kill and to destroy my life. God has triumphed over them totally. Their agenda to use the medical field to destroy me for their second term automatic mandate did not stand. And I appeal to the Ghanaian people, even as I continue to expose from this time forward, to demand your franchise come 2020. This that I've told you is just an iota of what you need to know about the elections. From this time forward, what is happening to humanity and the nations of the world, we shall begin to know. God bless you, and God bless my people. Ghana. I will not marry the undercover agent. I will marry whoever God blesses me with. Bye bye.